Hello everyone, this is Johnny Crass, and it is time for a long-awaited, another installment of Rambling Rants. So, you know how we do it. I drive around, talk about Warhammer and random crap, and a few of you like and watch the videos. So, let's get started. So today, I'm just going to talk about a few things. First off, I've gotten now in a few games against the new Warriors book. And, I mean, I'm not entirely impressed. A lot of internet theory people have been talking about it, saying it's like the most broken thing since 7th edition Demons, and I just don't see it. I've played a few lists, half of which had a Demon Prince, and you know what? I just don't see it. I don't see, besides the Demon Prince, the Demon Prince is admittedly a little absurd and a little over the top. But besides that, there's really nothing going on in the Warriors book. I was really impressed with the Chimera until I realized two things. One, it's leadership 5, which is absolute trash. Like, leadership 5 is nothing to write home about. And then 2, it's not ITP, it's not frenzied, so you can just panic it. So, first game against the Warriors, drop a Death Shrieker rocket on it, kills it, panics the second one right off the table. Whoop-de-doo! So, if it was ITP, I'd feel a lot more comfortable, or not comfortable, a lot more scared of it. But it's not. So I'm not. The Chariot Core is nice, but once again, unless you're running Khorne, not ITP. I don't know. I think the Monster Mash Warriors army is going to have problems with leadership, because it's just, you're not running a BSB, which every army should be running, but these Monster Mash players don't think they need it because they're like, oh, I've just got a bunch of Flying Gribblies. Well, only one of your Flying Gribblies is unbreakable, and none of them are stubborn. And none of them have hatred, none of them have rerolls. So it just takes one round of a fluffed combat, and away you go. No leadership rerolls, nothing. Jack squat. So I don't know. I am pretty comfortable with the Warriors book. I'm just not that impressed. I mean, yes, the Demon Prince is absurd, but every single army has a way to deal with it. At least one. Vampire counts, we have the Terrorgeist and we have Death Snipes, both of which work nicely. Empire, you deal with it the same way you've dealt with every monster since the beginning of time. Shoot it in the face with a cannon. Dwarves, see Empire. Wood Elves don't really have a way to deal with it, but Wood Elves don't really have a way to deal with any flying monster with a good armor save. So, yeah. Bretonia, you drop a trebuchet on it. Whoop-de-frickin-do. It's a 90-point way to kill a Demon Prince. And if you're afraid of Chimeras with the region, say if you have Flaming Bowman for that. And then you drop a rock on it. Tomb Kings, you have Casket of Souls, and you have the Screaming Skull Catapult. Once again, drop a rock on it. Do you kind of see where I'm going with this? If it's threatening, drop a rock on it or shoot it in the face. Lizardmen, Lizardmen could give less of two craps about your frickin' Monster Mash army. Because what do they have? They have the skink. And the skink just looks at your monster and goes, fuck you. And just poisons it off the table. And it doesn't matter if you have 12 monsters. Skinks don't give a damn. So there's that. Let's see. I'm just gonna kind of go through every single army and tell you how to kill the Demon Prince. Skaven. Skaven, this shouldn't even be a problem for you. You have the Doom Wheel. You have the Warp Lightning Cannon. Hell, you have Poison Wind Globadiers. And, I just forgot their name. Gutter Runners. Once again, it's like skinks. You just poison the fucker off. And down we go. Ambulances. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, poisoning the fucker off. So yeah, I don't see what the problem is. Ogres. You're goddamn ogres. You have 2 Iron Blasters if you're playing in a competitive level. Once again, shoot it in the face. High Elves. High Elves, Demon Prince is great, but it's not going to stand up to a Coven or a Horde of White Lions. Yeah, it's not going to stand up to either of those. So, once again, whoop-de-doo. Dark Elves. Dark Elves, you might have a problem because you have to deal with it in close combat. But, Mind Razor Witches come to mind because poison and strength 10 is not shabby. And also, Demon Prince won't be able to kill your Pendant Lord. I mean, you won't be able to kill him, but he won't be able to kill you. So, you just have a little slap fest and deal with the rest of his army. And he's a lot more expensive than you are, so once again, easy counter. Am I forgetting any armies? Oh, Beastmen? Beastmen, you might have a problem. Just because you can't drop a rock on its head. Your death snipes are only going to be leadership 9 max. You might have a problem. Beastmen might. But, I don't know. I think if you just throw enough volume of attacks at him, he'd probably keel over and die. I mean, that's the way you kill a steam tank, right? You just throw attacks at it until you get a chink in there and it dies. So, that might work. I mean, steam tanks aren't hit on 6s, but, yeah. Steam tanks have more than doubled the amount of wounds. And you have hatred, so maybe. Demons? He's not going to stand up to Big Papa. He's not going to stand up to a Thirster. Hell, he might not even stand up to Skulltaker. I mean, Skulltaker's a bit iffy because he might just slap Skulltaker into tomorrow. But, you know, he won't stand up to a real greater demon. Even a Kipper is going to thrash him. So, there's that. Am I forgetting any armies? Probably. Let me just go through it in my head. Yeah, I think I'm forgetting one army. But, yeah. I think I covered everyone. If I didn't, I'm sorry. But, yeah, he's not as big of a threat as people are saying he is. I mean, he is scary. He can hold up a unit for all of eternity. But, I don't know. Just don't try to fight him in a challenge and you'll be alright. Like, he'll whoop your ass in a challenge, but it's always Warriors characters whoop your ass on a challenge. So, just don't do it. Avoid it, and you'll be fine. But yeah, just drop a rock on his head. Do something that ignores his armor save. Hell, if he's not running Dragonbane Gem or Dragon Helm, Lore of Metal. Just turn him into a little molten pile of demon slag. Yeah, little molten pile of demon slag. My phone keeps falling for some reason. Yeah, so he's not that bad. And the rest of the army is not fantastic in the Monster Mash list. I think you're going to see Monster Mash, like, trending and being popular for, a little while. But I think you're going to see it die out. It's like the six Sphinx list. Like, the thing that was going around the internet forever when Tomb Kings first came out. They're like, oh yeah, you take 5 toughness 8 monsters and a dude on a toughness 8 monster and blah, 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 frickin' blah. And you don't see that list anymore. Because people realize it has too many hard counters. Monsters are great. Monsters are fantastic. But you need a backbone of infantry. I have tried the Monster Mash list before in a lot of different books. Lizardmen, Tomb Kings. Hell, I did it with Warriors. But I had Throg. And Throg gave me a backbone of rock-solid monstrous infantry. But I doubt you'll see the 14-drop list at top tables. And even at really serious tournaments. It's going to be... You're not going to see it. It's not going to happen. Because people are going to do it for a while, and then they'll realize that Cascading Panic and just the 8th edition's insanely good ways to deal with lone models will just see everything off the table. So I don't think you're going to see it. You'll see it for a little bit, and then it'll die out. So don't worry about it. You'll definitely be seeing the Demon Prince. He is definitely the best choice in the book. Just because he's fantastic for his points. He's fucking insane. Just because he's not unstable. A demon that's not unstable. But, yeah, so you'll definitely see him. But if it's just him by himself, he's easy to deal with. It's when he's running all his friends that it seems overwhelming. But it's just target priority. The Chimeras will not do much. If you can just slap them with a Spirit Leech, make them panic, they'll go off the table. So the first few turns, just take out the Demon Prince. And then the rest of your game is easy sailing. So yeah, if you can play the smart avoidance game, you'll be fine. You'll win. And once Warriors players realize that cannons still exist, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So there's that. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, I've been playing a few more games with my Chaos Dwarves. Really liking the list. Really just loving how the list plays. Everything about it. And there's not much I'm really going to change. I think for the next tournament, because I already submitted my list for Bay Area Open, so I can't change that. But I might change the lore on my level 1 to Metal. I think Metal is actually the better lore these days because of all the monstrous cav and all the just units with good armor saves. I mean, yeah, the Destroyer will smash them, but my Destroyer can't be everywhere at once. I'm starting to realize that. I did have one embarrassing hiccup. the other day, or yesterday actually, a Chaos Giant of Nurgle charged my Destroyer in the rear. Destroyer put him down to 1 wound. And then, that son of a bitch Giant got thumped with club. I rolled a 6 for my initiative test, and I'm like, damn it. And then it dealt 4 wounds to me, and then popped the last 2 off me on Crumble. So, yeah. You lose the Destroyer sometimes. Most of the time, he just eats an entire army by himself. So, I'd consider it a fair trade, you know. Not too bad, but I lost that game pretty handily. Vortex took out most of my Infernal Guard. I killed the General, but other than that, I pretty much didn't kill much. I just played it poorly and got way too aggressive. With an army I'd never really had a lot of practice against. Alright, until next time, I think this is Johnny Crass. Sorry about kind of the weird video and everything falling over and stuff. It happens sometimes. I'll be getting another battle report soon. I'm banking on it. I think it'll be good. You'll enjoy it. Yeah, if you like this video, if you thought something I said was wrong, please let me know. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. I am still working out something to do for once I hit 200 subscribers, which is actually pretty soon. I'm at like 150 something now. So yeah, if you have any ideas on that, also let me know. And until next time, this is Johnny Crass. See you all later.